Hello there, you two gardeners, family and friends. I am down here in the little garden where I do my container garden at. It's that time of year where we've got to cover our plants depending on where you live. If you're in zone 8 and below, yeah, you probably at that point where you need to be looking at what I'm doing. These are the beans that we planted probably about 3 weeks ago. And I did do a video on it. Now these beans do not need to be covered right now because we're going to go down to the late 40s. I think they're going to be all right. I have to check and see. If they're not, then I will cover them. But for demonstration purposes, I will cover them because you need to know why you need to have more row cover than you think. This is row cover. This is your best friend. This is your best friend from the frost, and your best friend from the insects, and your best friend from the little animals that like to come and nibble on your plant and just decimate it. It's called row cover, floating row cover. That comes in different weights. So depending on how cold you get, that would determine the amount of weight that you go on the internet, Amazon, and get it. They come on up to, I think we just ordered something like, it may be a 40 or a 20 across and 100 long, because we're going to use one whole sheet on a row out in the big garden over there where we plant in ground to cover up the collards and the cabbages to keep the little white butterfly off of them. So, and it works, but you have to catch it before they start laying their eggs. Otherwise, if you go and try to put it down and you haven't been watching, you're going to want to check the leaves and make sure no eggs have been laid, because if you put this down and cover it up and those eggs are already there and they hatch, then you're going to be in trouble because they're going to have a field day and nothing would have been protected and they'll eat your plants up. So these are called floating row covers. I will leave a link in the description as to where I got mine from. And they are going like hotcakes because it's that time of year. So I'm going to tell you, if you can't get in where you fit in. So I'm going to move it on up. Excuse me. You're going to need some jute, some kind of string to do it my way. Let me show you the first way. I want everybody to have a successful gardening fall planting time. So this is what has worked for me. I just pre-cut this to save time. This is about I don't know how big it is, but this is for a 30 gallon. But I would just say take it before you cut it, drape it over your container. Drape it over it. And I would get like a 20 feet by 40 or 50. I don't know how many plants you may have. So therefore, you can make sure it's going to come all the way across. Once again, I'm just doing it with, oh, and this has a tear in it. We're going to act like that's not there. I just fold that over. And so now everything is down all the way around. You're going to take string or jute, whichever one you have. And you've guessed it, those of you who watched me do this before, we're going to take this around the body down here, so they can't get in. And you see how much you're going to need. And you just bring it all the way around like this. So there we are. Take your scissors and cut. Scissors, knife, whatever you have, and cut. So you bring it on around. You want it to come down to the bottom, to the body of the bag. You don't want it up here where the vegetables are. You don't want it up there. So it's right down here, and you're going to tie it in a bow. And the reason why you're tying it in a bow is because you're going to come back and water, fertilize, and you don't want to have to keep using string up. At least I don't. So as I pulled it, I'm just making sure it goes down all the way around. Tied in a bow, real tight. And they can't get in. And when you get ready to water, you just come back, take the boil loose, and water, fertilize, whatever. This also helps hold in the moisture, so you don't have to worry about watering as much. Now you notice how the beans are up. They're going to continue to grow up. That's why you need a piece of long row cover. As they grow up, you want to pull this up. You know, you're going to pull this up as they grow. And as your collard greens grow, you're going to pull it up. Try not to pull it up and, like I'm doing, pop the plant. But take a piece and just put it up, giving them room to grow. Something like this over here, you'll still need the same paper. I mean, not same paper, but same row cover. Not as much because these are beets right here. Let's see if you can see that. These are the beets we planted together right here. They're not going to get as high as the collard greens back here. And these are the carrots. And the carrots are going to get, let me see if I can bring it back, show you the carrots. They're going to get pretty high, but still not as high as the collards back here and the beans. So you can kind of gauge how much you think you'll need. But you would do the same thing, following the same method, covering them up. Another thing you can use for weight, if you don't have string or you run out of string, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm looking for my anvil clamps. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Let me make sure ain't no spider web over here. But you know I got these spider webs. Hold on. They love to build spider webs over in here. I don't know what it is about up in here. Get out of here. Why y'all always over here building spider webs? Go somewhere. Go somewhere. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Anyway, hold on for a second. I don't see my container. Oh well, I'm coming. I have lost my container. Anyway, we are talking about anvil clamps. You take the anvil clamp and you clamp it here, and that will hold it down. It gives it some weight. I wanted you guys to see what the clamp looked like. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sure I got one around here somewhere. Here you go. I always got a ram in the bush. Okay. This is an anvil clamp. Like where this little piece right here is, I folded. Well, you can always just clamp. But you can't do this all the way around, because if they get an opening, you can clamp it in some areas in case you need weight. But if they get an opening, they coming in. Now, if you say, Miss Gill, I don't have a grow bag. What do I do? If you have a bucket like this container, well, you just drape it over there, and it's the same principle. You want to put the row cover over this. You won't need as big of a piece, and just go on ahead and tie a piece of string or jute around that. Well, Miss Gail, I got something square. It's fine. Drape it over the square thing, tie string around the square. Whatever shape it is, it will hold. Well, Miss Gail, my stuff is in the ground. Fine. Take it and you can drape it over it in the ground, and you can take some dirt and rocks and put it around it. to hold it down. Don't leave that open there. You just put it on top of your vegetables. But let me show you something else. Something else you can use. Hold on. I just thought about this. Hold on. I'm coming. Coming back. Coming. Okay. You can get these hoops. And you take your hoop, if you're in the ground, you can even do this in the grow bag if you really want to. You don't need it. And you just put your hoop over. In the ground, you put your hoop down. Take it down so you can see like this did. Put the hoop down over your plant. And you put your hoops down. And then you drape your row cover over the hoop. Make sure you're giving enough space. And I'm sorry, you don't want this over the plant. It goes in between your plants. In between. And then you take, I would take the Anvil, A-N-V-I-L. They're going to send some clamps with you. They're not going to work. A-N-V-I-L, Anvil clamps, Home Depot, Lowe's. And you just clamp that on top of that, but I wouldn't use this. You get to use the smaller Anvil because this is entirely too big. To hold it over the top. To hold it so it's not touching your plant. But you get some anvils that are smaller. Now you can make this work, but you have to make sure you pinch it on top. Don't put it through the hole. Pinch this on top. And you just put your row cover over the hoops. You're going to push the hoops into the ground. Row cover over the hoops. Then you clamp on top of it just to hold the row cover in place. Down on the ground, you're gonna, I usually use little pebbles. I use soil. You can use soil, dirt. It don't matter. To hold it down. Their little bodies can't get up under there. But if you leave it open, they're coming. And let me tell you something. This works. You don't have to worry about holes in your plants. You water it once every, I say 7 to 10 days. I don't think you're going to need to water it. You know it gets cold. It's getting cold, so you don't need to water it that much. This works in the summertime too. This is good in the summertime. You're trying to grow your brassicas. And you know how everything get ate up in the summertime. I've grown in the summertime using row covers. You just keep them boogers out. The only problem you may have is, you know, if it's too hot, they may bolt. Well, what you can do is you use your hoops, row cover, and put a shade cloth over that. That takes it down. That takes it down some degrees. You keep it from bolting. You just put the row cover for the insects, and you can double the shade cloths are so big, depending on how much space you have, how long your rows are. You can double the shade cloth on top of that, which will give it more coolness and take it down by 5 or 7 or 8 degrees. And therefore you don't have to worry about it bolting. So I just wanted to come to you. If you have any questions about what we're talking about today, this is the time. This is the time. Don't be discouraged and say that you can't grow because of the insects. Don't let them win. We're not going to let them win. Okay, say we're not going to let them win. We're not going to let the insects win. There you go. And I have an anvil. Here's a little small one right here. See, that would be perfect. But you can use the big ones. You just have to make sure you hit. And I've used clothespins. Look at that. You use what you got. Just hit it. Right, the little clamp. Go right there. And clamp these row covers down on top of that. And cover them up. And you put it in between your plants. So your plant, you know, collar's going to grow tall. So you put it in between your plants. And just have however many you need. I'll come back and show you what we've done over there on the other side. We have ordered some row covers. We have plenty, but he wants some 100 feet. So we got 100 feet coming. And they were saying they were getting out of stock pretty quickly. I don't know how true that is. They say that to make you buy, you know, but we'll see. All right, you guys, I am going to do some fertilizing. If you have fruit trees, this is the month you're supposed to fertilize them. apple, peach, orange, pears, according to what they say. Then you're supposed to let them sleep. Now I'm gonna fertilize mine this month. This is October. Then it's supposed to last for like November, December, January. I start back fertilizing in February. But I'm gonna still fertilize mine lightly. I'm gonna give it a little something, something. Now, if you're growing citrus, I fertilize my citrus year round, because they're growing year round. They're producing year round. So if they're producing, they need to be fertilized. So I'm just going to say, do your homework and then use your common sense. Because everybody got their own way of doing things. Everybody wants to look like they are the guru of gardening. You do your thing. But I've been fertilizing this way, oh my goodness, as far as fruit trees are concerned, for about maybe 8 or 9 years now. Yeah. So anyhow, you guys, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you, babies. I love you. I love you. I love you. Some of you don't have channels, so I can't communicate back with you unless you comment on my channel. Please comment and say, hi, Miss Gail. I'm new to your channel. I'm new subby, and I get back with you. And say hello and welcome on board. I'd like to apologize. When I was celebrating my birthday in May, I had a lot of people to respond and comment and had some new subscribers. I didn't get back with you after a while because I started the series of 5 deaths. And unfortunately, everything just one after the other kept going real fast. And today I started going back, and I was just so upset because I said, oh my God, I didn't get back with these people. But you know, they say death used to come in 3s, and we're used to it coming in 3s. Now it's coming in 5s. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. And the beautiful baby that I've been taking care of for 10 years, she passed away in June. And you know, she was sick in May, and so we were doing a lot of things trying to see what we could do to keep her around. And so she passed away in June. So it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. But I do want to say thank you to everybody for all the birthday wishes, even though I'm several months late. And thank you all the new subscribers. And I promise you, I will sit down and get back with everybody, because I do that. And thank you, and comment to you. And once again, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time I upload a video like this one. And don't forget to hit the like button, because YouTube looks at that. And I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting there. I appreciate every time I get a new one. I just thank God. So I hope that you were able to get something from this message today. And please, please just say hi to me. And I'll see you in the garden. Love you guys. Bye-bye.